I'm seeing it on the screen. I'm just like, am I live? Yep, I'm live. Sticking my finger, be like, yep, right here. I got him right here, sir. Right here. Sticking his finger up his nose. I got the timestamp and everything. We got the evidence. Let's bring him in for questioning. Gather around, children. I figured I'd do this with a little bit of comedy. It's a waste of energy, but figured makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. I put on AI, but we have issues. So we have the Joe Rogan Experience. It's in the chat room. It's Joe Rogan Experience 1609. He lied to you. He can make it out. We're just going to get this out of the way. He can make it out. He's got, oh, we'll flip you around and make sure you're right there. So you got all of them. Whole lot of them right there. All available. All on the harmful impacts of radiation from cell phone towers. A large global expert sharing high-level research documentation. Experts available for press interviews. So we have to just take that as face value, right? See the episode, see the live, see before that, see the upshot of his products, and then the lie. Microwave sickness, not true. Wrap it around your head and your balls, you'll be fine. And then a bunch of other ones too about DNA breakage and all that. And Rob Brown is the radiologist. See what he has to say about that. Pulsation, you can. Oxidative stress. So we carry on. You want the pedal of humanity savior. Don't throw more radiation on us. It's 40 some plus years out of date, lost in court. These guys won against them. Arbitrary and capricious. Didn't look at the vulnerability of children and pregnant women. Based on the 1980 rat monkey test, where they were blasted with radiation to the point where they couldn't push food lever even though they were starving, divided that number by 50% for the general public and divided by 10 for workers. Only looked at thermal effects for 6 minutes worth of heating and didn't want to look at anything else. Refused, didn't do any work on it, just, nope, we're not looking at that. And then you can see all the back and forth between the telecom industry and the FCC. Hey, oh, hey, over here, over there, over here, over there. So there you go. You told a lie. It's right there on Joe Rogan show. Everybody can see it. Can't say, well, you misinterpret it. Nope, right there, on your head, on your balls. You'll be fine. Don't worry about microwaves or cell towers. Deborah Davis was speaking at the Tesla shareholders meeting, and they entered a proxy in the beginning to stop her from speaking. Electric vehicles are not required to let you know what the levels are. So just think about that. Penetrating through your child's thin skull. And more on the way. If your statements are true, Elon, back it up, 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 back it up. 252 scientists from 43 nations, but you know what, kids? That's never going to happen. That whole empire would crash. One Joe Rogan Experience and them on there, it would crash. People would ask for refunds. They would demand compensation. It would be an explosion. Because they ain't going to hold back. They ain't getting paid by anybody. They ain't holding back. And neither did Deborah Davis during the Tesla shareholders meeting that you could hear over Environmental Health Trust on YouTube. You could hear that. And if he was there, he heard it. And then he went on Joe Rogan's show and he told those lies. How does that make you feel? Like, when you hear what she has to say, it's a lot. breaking down everything, even the court case. I got to leave leeway though, because Deborah Davis, well educated, and she thought there was no problem with cell phones. She's the lady that got smoking off of airplanes. Yeah, highly educated, and she when she was told that, she was like, if there was a problem with cell phones, I would know about it. I know everything important in science. That's what she states it during her lecture. So let that seep in. This is not hate towards Elon. It's just, hey, you lied. You want to be humanity's savior, right? Do it. There's experts right there. I mean, they're putting their names on the line. They come in. You grab your experts, and you know why I know this is not going to happen, because when they went to court, they would have had whatever expert that you think you have. They would have had that, because she didn't do too well. Which you can actually hear the court hearing for environmental health trusts. You could hear it. You can hear the judges. You can hear the FCC. You can hear all that. And once you hear it, you're going to be like, that lady's lying. You can literally feel it in your soul when she speaks. I'm not kidding. If you can read people, you'll be able to read her. When she starts speaking, you're like, oh, even the judge caught it. And you'll hear it in the court hearing. I don't want to ruin it for you. So I was going to make this kind of fun. I was going to make it like I was telling a story, but I still want to keep it underneath 10 minutes. And I think we got to the basis of everything. You know where to find it. I had plenty of them. You can type in got receipts and all that will come up. So, I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, basically, if you're investing in Elon's company, you're investing in throwing more microwaves on people. And if you look, who gets the most microwaves for, children? It's usually in the lower income areas or areas of color. That's the ones that get the cell towers, because they pull the grant money away. So they know exactly, how to keep people down. If you look at Rob Brown's video over at Environmental Health Trust, it's 10,000 watts per meter squared at the window. And if you do the invert square law and you position that thing 50 feet, which would be approximately across the street, and then do 25 feet, and then you have to do a little bit less with the fast track proposal, where they can put it basically anywhere, and you can't say nothing. Even to the municipality. Sorry, governmentally run, no health tests, throw it up anywhere, change the frequency by software. It's actually in that Joe Rogan Experience one towards the end of it. Yeah, so not good. And then when you listen to Environmental Health Trust science on cell phone towers, they had a problem with getting. They still didn't get it. They positioned in for Freedom of Information Act on the testing procedure on how the cell phone tower testing was done. Sometimes they tested like frequency, which is not real world. The whole thing is on at the same time. But what they do is you shut one off, turn that one on, test. Hey, look, we're in compliance. Go on to the next one. But they never showed it underneath Freedom of Information Act. Theodore Serrano, the Environmental Health Trust Science Director, she's in the video. I'll find it and post it down below. But there you go. You have the basic facts. Now you want to know if you want to partake in the petition and see if we can get you some money. I want money for you. I pity the fool. Maybe not so much. You got a lot of money. Maybe a little bit.